He's got motivation.
Yes. Look at
Now
him
he's got a
working.
goal. He's got a goal. That's clear. Even swimming laps.
There he goes.
Well, alrighty then.
I thought that was a great example of setting a goal,
Right, exactly.
going
So
after it.
that's what we're going to talk to you about today. Okay.
Yes.
How to set goals. And for me, it's specifically related to business because I don't want to tell you how to set weight loss goals or like relationship goals.
Well, they have the correct model for the weight loss goals now.
Right,
We
exactly.
just do that, so.
You have to have swimming in the regimen is really what it's about.
Well, really, we want to talk to you about how to go from wherever you're at to where you want to be. And first, we want to acknowledge the fact that you clicked play on this video because that tells us you're already looking to set and achieve goals and that you're putting time and energy into achieving those goals inside your business. So thank you for watching this and for tuning in. One lesson we've learned is that if we focus on what we're grateful for, including you watching this video with us today, that's how we stay set up to succeed ourselves.
Right. Eki Zaki Turi. So we got to do thumbnail time. My
That's not a
sensei
word.
used to say that. Instead of exactly, he's Japanese, so he'd say Eki Zaki Turi because it's Japanese. I don't know.
Wow. All right. We're
Sounds
going to do a
like
quick
fun.
thumbnail
I learned a
along
lot.
that theme of hitting your target. Ready?
Yeah.
Ready,
Are we,
ready?
okay, cool.
Ready?
I'm going to make something up here.
Okay.
Let me make sure we're on the right screen here.
Ready?
Okay.
we
3,
go.
2, 1.
All right.
I think you want to put it flat,
I
like
think
flat,
you-
like over this way a little
There
bit and
we
flat.
I think
Now,
you got him.
I don't want to take credit for this target because this is Michelle's handiwork.
This was not me.
whatever.
I have much better aim than
Whatever.
this.
Okay, you can say whatever you want.
Also, I wouldn't shoot the alien. I really think they're going to come in peace. I hope.
Wonderful.
All right, let's talk about how to set goals and really just looking at the next 90 days as your goal setting time. So I want you to start thinking about what are the things you want to achieve in the next 90 days. 2 reasons for this. Number 1, if you are looking at goals that are 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, they're so far away, people tend to not take action because you've got plenty of time to achieve them. But when you set 90-day goals, they're coming right up. So you've got to get into action for those. And secondly, to be honest, things are changing really fast right now. So 90-day goals seems like a good period to aim for.
Right. And I'm going to be honest with you, and Michelle knows this. I haven't always set a lot of goals in my life other than in my mind, meaning I just didn't write them all down. But I'm just being very honest when I say that. See, I used to believe that people who wrote their goals down were dreamers. And in some cases, they are. Okay, they're just writing down their dreams, like I want $1 million, or I want a private jet.
Those are good things.
Yeah, they
I
are,
want
but they're not
those.
goals. They're not actually goals. Those are dreams, visions, desires, etc. And there's a big difference. It's like goals are part of the recipe. Like there's wanting to have a certain kind of dinner, and then there is our cake, baking a certain kind of cake.
Cake sounds
and going,
good.
oh, I want a cake, and then
I
there
want a
is,
cake.
yeah, I want cakes too, but not really. But cakes are. Cakes, wanting the cake versus getting the recipe for the cake, which the goals are the steps in the recipe to me. That's actually what it is. And then there's the final goal is having the cake. Actually, to me, the
eating the
goals are the
cake.
thing that gets you to your vision. Is really what it is. If you want to break it down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
instead of
what are
writing
the
down
specifics.
instead of writing down concrete goals and doing what it really takes to achieve them, I see people do that kind of stuff a lot, where they write down visions and then they either don't achieve them or they randomly got to their vision, which is fine if you're into that.
Well, I like the actually achieving the goals, not just visualizing them. What you said reminds me of is the movie The Secret, which has some really great motivational, inspirational stuff in it. It's
A lot of my friends in that movie.
A lot of people.
I have to be
love
careful
that
what I say
movie.
about it because they're like, they
yes.
see it, they go,
It's
Bob
got
Proctor,
some
Jack Canfield.
good first steps in it, right? It gets you in the right mindset to be able to see what's possible, to really set bigger visions, bigger goals for yourself. But the thing is, if you just sit there in your armchair and you envision what it's going to be like to drive that car, but you don't actually take the action to get the car, you've only got half the recipe. And I think that's it, is you've really got to take the law of attraction and put it into action when you're setting goals.
Yep, 100%. So let's talk about tangible goals, right? Let's talk about what it means to actually set a tangible goal versus just envisioning something. Okay, so step number 1 is write down all the goals you have right now. And I mean all of them, okay? And then what you got to do is whittle it down choosing the top 3. Okay. And there's a reason for this. Okay. You can do an exercise later for all the others, just walk through the same thing. But for now, let's just pick 3 of them. Okay.
Top 3.
Now write down the reason behind each goal. Okay. Why does it even matter? What changes for you when you achieve it? And this is really important because just writing down a thing doesn't anchor it to the motivation, right?
Yeah. There's got to be a reason behind why you want it. And it's really critical to understand what that reason is, right? We can write down all day, I want $1 million. But if you don't actually stop and think, why does that matter to you? You're not going to achieve that goal the same way. Like if you look at, let's go with simple ones. If you want food, the reason you want food, without it, you'll starve, right? You want water. The reason is because without it, you will dehydrate and die.
Yep. Same goes for money too, because if you want money, maybe you want it to give your family security, or maybe you want it to stop stress, worrying about all the bills, et cetera. Or maybe you want it because you want to take a vacation. Maybe you want it to, especially right now. That's a good thing. Get out and go somewhere else where you could go. Can't do it right now.
Somewhere else alone.
Yeah. Very minimum 13 feet from everyone else. If you want a bigger house, you don't just want it to necessarily like impress your neighbors. Okay. Maybe you want a bigger house because of the security that it brings you. And, basically you have to find the reason, because there's a reason why you want anything that you want and whatever your goal is. Okay. So again, pick the top 3 and find the reason behind each one of them. Okay.
Yep. Super important to know why you want those things. The second thing we want you to do is really think about the emotion, how you're going to feel once you've accomplished that goal. Right. So if you made $1 million, for example, how would you feel? Would it give you a sense of security? Would you feel grateful? Would your confidence maybe go through the roof? So when you walk into a room, people see the confidence. Those are the emotions that come along with achieving that goal.
Right. So write down all the goals that you have, all of them. Then do those 2 things. Find the reason you want to achieve the goal, right? And then look underneath it and find the emotion you feel what you're going to feel once you accomplish the goal.
Yes.
And after you do those 3 things, take that paper. You got that?
I do have a piece of
We have like a little.
Well, we have a fancy little
handout.
PDF you can download.
It's fancy.
With room for 3 goals.
I feel like it should have like writing like the kind that's on the Constitution, like scripty font, if it's going to be fancy. But whatever, it looks nice.
It has
it's
a
pretty.
logo.
It's true. It does have a logo. Okay.
All right, so I'll work on my font choices.
So get yourself on the path to achieving your goals by making them tangible first, and more importantly, honestly, by understanding why you even want them. And in the end, many of the goals you're likely to include, they may include making more money. I mean, that's why you're watching business.
It's a legitimate
just
goal.
like for me, money is a secondary or tertiary thing, but without it, I can't do the things that are primary and secondary. Okay, and there's nothing that can propel you to create income like having your own business. To me, I don't know, because it just motivates you because you're looking at the bottom line versus having a hobby. I'm talking having a real business. I know a lot of people who have what I call hobbies, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if it's specifically because you're looking at the amount of money that you're making, there's nothing wrong with that as long as you don't make it all about the money, right?
Yeah. Well, and it's important, which is why we say find the reason and the emotion with your goals, because the goal isn't just let me hit this income number every year. Right. We see a lot of that. If everybody should set this goal of hitting 6 figures or 7 figures or whatever, but your goal might be different based on what your reason is. What is it that you want to create the life that you want? So we want to give you a PDF that'll help you with this process, totally free. Just click the link somewhere near where you're watching or listening and let us know where to send you this PDF so that you can print this out. And like you said, actually write it down and hang it up somewhere, whether it's on your mirror, on your fridge, somewhere that you're going to see it every day.
Right.
And be reminded, these are the 3 goals I'm working towards in the next 90 days.
All right. So what else should our viewers do?
Well, hopefully they're going to, if you're listening to this as a podcast, rate, review, and subscribe.
Right. And on YouTube or Facebook, like, comment, and subscribe.
Hey, you got it right.
That's right. It's because I got notes. I got notes. Let's be honest.
Thank you for listening or watching today, wherever you are at, and we will see you back again for the next episode.
Absolutely. Mars and Michelle out. Planet Business.